That looks so like. You look like you're about to leave.
See, it looks like a professional setup. It's not. No, this is fashionable coat. Fashion coat.
It's not fashionable. Take it off.
Yes, sir.
That's better.
I can say, not as rustly.
Yeah, Russell as well. Yeah, true. Okay.
Oh, I've got something for you too as well.
Oh. I've already been wearing your hoodie.
Oh yeah.
Gareth gave me a hoodie when I saw him about a month ago, and I reckon I wore it 4 separate days in America.
They're nice, aren't they?
But it was like a perfect snug fit.
Yeah.
Because I struggle sometimes, like, nice.
G.
Big G.
The top G.
One each.
Yeah.
And then
I won't do it now because I'll rent my hair, but
I've got you XLs, but if you want larges, you can.
is that a t-shirt?
I can swap them.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
There you go.
Anyway,
I've got you XL. You're quite tall. You're quite broad. I take an XL.
you're tall and I'm handsome, basically. Is what you say.
I'm a medium.
You're not a medium.
This is a
You're
medium.
far too tall.
Look at that, medium. Does it say medium?
What was XL stand for? No, that's a large.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a large. That's a large slim fit.
Yeah.
So
These are quite nice.
you'd have like medium regular or large
Yeah.
slim.
Try them, and if you want a smaller one, let me know and I'll swap it over. There you go, Adam. In fact, it feels like there's more than one here. Yeah.
See, the only problem is I've got a white cat. So
These
are good, aren't they?
They're really nice.
I've got a white cat.
Yeah, so white cats and black t-shirts.
My white cat's different to your white cat.
My white cat's
You can
better
have
than
a
your
bag
white
as well
cat.
if you want. Have a bag.
Yeah, I'll take a bag.
Have a bag. Here you go.
Look at that, we got gifts.
Yeah.
Merch.
Take note of the guests.
This is somebody who promotes their business well as well.
Organic cotton.
Unlike the bloody
We'll
Balkan,
blur it all out.
unlike the Balkan sports bar across the most ridiculous business.
Yeah.
Opened 4 months ago, and most people don't even know what it is.
What is it?
Well, there you go.
What?
Yeah.
Is it in town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports bar.
Yeah. Where
No,
Alpinos
really?
used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Oh, don't just
No,
swear
I'm not trying to. I'm throwing them on your shitty coat, and then I can pick them up in your
Oh,
coat.
the hat. I don't know if I'm really a hat guy.
I think it suits you, mate.
Does it? I got to bend it, right? 'Cause
I've
that's
bent mine, but
Yeah,
that's,
I'm not
I mean,
really a.
mine's a bit battered, to be honest.
But you,
I've-
but you two you've got about 14 hair follicles between you.
yeah. I was gonna say-
No, I've got loads of hair.
It's
You're
just-
balding.
That's
the difference.
I'm bald. Yeah. I've come to terms with this. I'm at ease with it. So,
Yeah, I went to have a shave last night because my beard's got out of hand.
Yeah.
I'm going to grow my hair a bit because I'm bored of being short.
Ah.
So I'm going to. Have you ever seen Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
Do you know Charlie Hunnam?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I want my hair. So I'm just going to go for it.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, 18 months and we'll just see what it looks like. But my beard, I was trying to, and I got 3 different. Blokes must be able to relate to this. I've got 3 razors,
Right.
all of them dead. Can't find the charges.
That's my life.
so I was just going there and I was like, oh yeah, 120 quid in Waitrose this afternoon, new razor. so
Why
I'm,
don't you just go to a barber's?
I'm gonna
say.
well no, because I'm not going to go to a barber's now for quite a long time
Why not?
because I'm not gonna. Well,
Yeah, but you still got to
I
get
can
it
trim
neat
my
and
own beard. I'm not going to make a point of going to the barber's just to do my beard.
Why
not?
That's normal.
I do. I've got no freaking hair for him to cut.
No.
So
Yeah,
You don't need
I
to
get
do
mine.
that.
I get mine done in
No,
the barbers.
get it proper
Do you?
lined up.
Well, it was a few days ago now, so it didn't look as good.
No, I can do it myself. I know the length, but all my razors are just dead with, and they're all charging. I've got no charging cables.
So
I'm literally going to.
if you can't find your charging cable, just buy a whole new one.
Yeah, or,
That's
what
Adam's
was I-
logic.
what was I
For
supposed to do?
120 quid.
Buy
You
a charger on
could have
eBay.
spent 30 quid in the barbers.
Yeah, I know, but then I'm going to spend another 30 quid.
Buy
and
a
then another
charger on
30
eBay.
quid. Huh?
Buy a charger on eBay.
for like 8 quid or whatever.
You're less than that. Couple quid.
I wanted a new one anyway.
Give it 6 weeks and
Yeah,
you'll have
yeah,
lost
Yeah,
that one.
but it's
Yeah.
fine. You've got too much money and everyone knows it.
That's funny. No, I don't. I just thought that was a nice Phillips. Yeah. That suits you, annoyingly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that annoying?
It's not. Didn't mean it. Go on, you.
So, Gareth.
Correct.
I don't like Gareth.
He told me he was going to do
Gareth
this.
just goes
That's
around
why
and
I'm-
steals people's customers.
That's why I brought the gear. Try and
This is,
sort
oh,
of.
I see. Yeah, okay. When we get in the flow of it, we'll need some sort of jingle.
Salisbury Business Podcast. Salisbury Business Podcast.
Whoa, just off the cuff?
Yeah.
Did you just think of that?
What is that though? Why am I
I'm kidding. It's shit. I'm not wearing it. Yeah. So you obviously stole Adam off me.
Stole that? No. It wasn't your area of expertise, as you admitted in the last podcast.
Yeah. No. I'm. Yeah.
You sort of.
I just wanted that short. Just a bit of me throwing the hat down.
yeah. You stole my client.
So we do. I do graphic design, but I do very much like social media posts and that type of stuff. You obviously are very in. I've seen your branding that you gave to Adam.
Yeah.
We had a look at it on my computer and it was brilliant. Like the amount of detail that you put in there as well. All the different files types as well.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. I just give them a JPEG and say there you go. That's not true.
No.
Yeah. Your humbleness needs to be right.
But I think you're right. Like you're broadly marketing, aren't you? Like, and you do, like when you're a marketeer, you do lots of other sort of, like you touch on other disciplines, but as a designer, first and foremost, I had sort of like branched into, touching on like social media stuff and a bit of web, a bit of print, and I grew in my previous business to be a lot more than just the design. And I got to a point where I'd had enough of it and I'd become almost like a jack of all trades, master of none. And I was doing less of the stuff I really enjoy, which is the branding stuff that we were like working on. And making the decision to just stop doing that and stepping back, offering less, like trying to attract less clients, but do more for them. It's been brilliant this year. It's been the best thing I've done.
Yeah. That's very similar to where I am, and I've said it a couple of times. I think it's getting very much focused because I'm similar. Like I'm jack of all trades, marketing. I'll do all of this stuff for you, but really, I will do it all. I'll do it all for you. Yeah. But at the same time, my main focus and what I push to customers is video content. That's like my the thing that I do best. So. Yeah, but similar thing. It feels much nicer to be focused on your life, on that one thing and that one thing that you enjoy doing as much as you do as well. The
problem is as well though, because people know you as the marketing guy, so they come to you with anything remotely related to marketing. So if you've got we've all got business networks here, people come to me and ask me because I do my own merch and that, and I used to sell clothing, I used to sell print, I used to sell large format graphics in the production, and I've got trade supply for all of it. And people still come to me now and say, can you get me some hoodies? How many do you want? 3? Not really. It's not, and like whilst before I'd be like, I can do that. And inside it, I was dying inside because it's the same amount of work to produce 3 than it is to produce 300, And that was part of the reason why. But everyone comes to you expecting you to be able to just deliver. And it's been really nice to just step back and just stay in my lane. I only do what I control now, and it's just been brilliant. It's been a really good move.
I think in the early stages of business, you do have to do what you have. You got to do what you got to do to survive. And then, like Tom Robertson was saying, wasn't he, that he does lots of loads of doors now. Like people are contacting him to fit their new door. And obviously windows and things, but he's like, then I'll do less fascias. And so he said, just because people are recommending me to their friends because I did their windows. So then you get the window recommendation and then you get the window, And so I think ultimately when you're starting and you're like, I can do all of this. You're almost trying to figure out where the market sees your niche. And then actually, as you said, you know that your enjoyment, your money factor, the whole package being worth your time, and it is the graphic design, is the designing. And then you're already getting a great rep for video. Thank me later. But you're already getting a great rep for video. So then all of a sudden, you're going to keep getting people going, I saw your video. You so and so said about video. So it just. You don't always try and do that. It's just what ends up becoming what you're known for.
That's why I feel like the business will go to. But there will still be the strategy side of it because there's all of that behind it. And the social media stuff kind of then just goes hand in hand anyway.
That's ChatGPT, though, isn't it? That's not you.
What?
The strategy. So someone says, Dan, write me up a strategy, and you're like, ChatGPT, write me up a strategy.
I challenge you to go and do that. It's not very good at it. No, it's good at bringing.
I saw it on his computer just a minute
stuff
ago.
I did, yeah.
What ChatGPT?
It's just fine tuning.
Yeah.
It's just good to bring the ideas, but when you actually have like to come up with the video idea, if you ask ChatGPT to do that, it's so bad.
Yeah.
We were doing some.
It's very basic, isn't it?
It is, yeah,
Right.
because it can't think like a human thinks. It's
No.
not gonna know. There's no creativity there.
No.
I was chatting to one of my mates about my logo when I first spoke to you, and he was like, I could do that. And he was like, went on ChatGPT and just knocked something up, or like went on like a grok or whatever it was. And I sent it over to Gareth, and I was like, what do you think? And he was like, fucking shit. But and so I just screenshotted your message and I sent it back, and I was like, well, that's that then, isn't it? And he was like, yeah, fair.
It is really annoying when you see people with it.
Yeah.
The AI logos and stuff like that,
It
because
is frustrating.
yeah.
But like, I always say this, I'm not competing with AI for logo generation, because I sort of work on the brand as a whole. So we spoke at length about who you're selling to, what are they like, customer profile, working out like where the value to that person is, what makes you unique, and what's the mission. And you were quite clear on that from day one, really, weren't you?
Yeah.
And it was really good to actually formalize it, put it down on paper, and then that informs the design choices you make. So a lot of people, when I have this conversation with them, like they're always like, oh, well, I can sell to anyone. It's like, you can't. If you're a high-end hotel, like, you're not trying to sell to the homeless people on the street out there, because you don't want them in the hotel. They could never afford to be in the hotel.
Gareth hates homeless people.
That's the headline of that.
I'm sort of starting to regret this analogy now. But the point I'm making is, like, you're not selling to everyone. You're a hotel, but you're a high-end hotel. So you're selling your rooms to high net worth individuals. You're not selling them to everyone, are you?
Homeless people.
Yeah. But no, like, I mean, that's probably quite an extreme example, but you know, if you're not saying
Champagne
to
socialist over it.
but like, think about it like that. So flip it the other way. Like, who do you want to sell to? Who's your ideal? And that's what you make. And you're designing everything for that person, not necessarily for you. You're designing it for them. So,
But when we went through the process of you saying, like, you know, there was all like, describe your ideal customer, and then I was like, and then you were like, you must have had someone recently, and I was like, oh, Tracy and Jeremy, you know, and we'd literally just gone through it, and to me, you know, it was $600,000 house, really nice. That's my sweet spot in terms of money home for work, quality of house, saleability. You know, obviously, you know, who doesn't want the thing that in theory would make them the most money, which is a £5 billion house, but they don't sell. So that wouldn't be my ideal client in terms of in Salisbury. So I really found that really helpful to kind of go through that, and you were like, what are their characteristics? You know, okay, trustworthy, you know, and so
homeless.
Homeless. Yeah. I don't hate homeless people, everybody. So
I'm gonna regret that.
But I didn't even know I needed to go through that process. And I always find that whatever profession you're in, like, I've just come from a lovely house around Wyndham Road, and hopefully no estate agents listen to this. Get a load of leaflets going through all the houses on Wyndham Road. You know, they're oh wait, there's 3 agents that have gone in, and they've all said, like, oh yeah, just let us know when you're ready. And I was the only one. I'm the only one that's just spent an hour and a half with them and gone, yeah, but if you constantly wait for something to come up before you list your house, you're going to keep missing them. So that's crap advice. No, like, let's talk you through how we go. And they sat there and they went, nobody else has explained it like that. They didn't know they needed to go through that thought process to then figure out that that's the way that, you know, you get rid of their pressure points, you get rid of their. And I found, like, when we were doing it, it was the same thing. It was like, I didn't know I needed to go through that journey to figure out that actually, that's what I want to achieve. That's what I want to, you know.
Absolutely. This is it. Like, you know, whatever you do, you're the expert on video. You're the expert on selling houses. I'm the expert on building a brand. Now, people come to you for that expertise, and like, in all the, like, oh, I can do that on ChatGPT. You could, but in my experience, I've never had a client come to me and tell me very specifically exactly what they need. Now,
100%.
So if you want to use ChatGPT to try and do what we did, you've got to tell ChatGPT exactly, very specifically, exactly what you wanted, and you couldn't. Who can? You know, because as you said, you don't think creatively.
Well, your brain can.
Yeah.
So the idea is that your brain is the only one that could have created something similar on ChatGPT or given it a go, because you know.
I don't even think to that point, because I've tried that before and it just doesn't come out with what you want, does it? It's a weird one, because it's good for some people, like small businesses that haven't got any money or any budget. Fine, go and use AI to create a logo.
Homeless people.
Oh god, this is going to be a thing for this episode, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to be
put this as
cancelled.
one of the hashtags. Homeless.
Oh god. We'll donate £100 to a homeless charity. Because
no, Gareth will.
Oh,
He's the one that makes them.
yeah.
I'm going to get cancelled. Salisbury cancels designer.
Yeah. We'll blur out the word. Everyone's going to think you're swearing when we beep out homeless. That's so funny. Like low budget and
low budget. People it's actually quite good for them to just make a start, but you can always tell an AI something, whatever it is, if it's an image.
100%. Yeah.
Even the social media posts, and that's why I don't use AI for like full social media post content, and I rewrite it myself or I create it myself from scratch, is because everybody will instantly know that it's AI.
But the M dashes,
the
little bullet points with the emojis, it's like it's so obviously AI. Like if I do use AI for anything now, my prompts are longer by significant proportions as to what I'm actually getting out of it.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what the problem is with AI. We are asking AI to do our thinking for us, but actually, and then we're going away and doing the legwork. So we're doing the grunt work, but actually we should be doing the thinking ourselves and then asking AI to do the grunt work for it and like do the
almost
output.
like we should still think and then AI can execute. You say, as you said, like you almost go through the thought process yourself, and then you input that thought process into AI to figure out whether you've missed anything, or whether there's an avenue which it thinks that.
And I
you know
think
what I mean?
that's a good way of using it as well. I think that works fine, but people have now got to the stage where they don't even think. But they don't do anything.
Don't you think, though, in the last, 6 months, I think there's been a sort of general feeling of coming around that like we can all spot AI copy, for example.
100%, yeah.
People are starting to get wise to it.
That's just people that are in the industry, though, because...
No, I think I think it's all
Right,
relative, because you see some property listings and it's like this salubriously delicately sympathetically improved, and you're like, what the fuck is it? Like, it's a nice 3-bed semi. So I think for me, like no matter what you're in, it's I think it's got to the point where people are overusing it, so you're seeing more and more of it, and as you said, then when somebody starts putting in normal human wording, it actually almost is coming across as being more authentic. And it's obviously if you're not using it now, you're almost in in some situations you're in the you're in the minority. So I think that's a really good way of putting it. If we still do our thinking, because I don't think it's developed enough. I'm been sitting down with Prue the last few weeks because pensions and all that kind of stuff, and she's been great in terms of directing me into some tax efficient ways to invest money. But then I've gone on and I've got my own trading accounts and things like that. But I'll go on there and I'll be like, right, I've identified with some research that Nvidia or whatever, and then you go in there and you go, would you say Nvidia is a good stock to invest in for the next 12 months? Would you say, or I went the other day, would you say biomedical health stuff, or and it says, yep, we agree with you based on the fact that there's a journal coming out in 2 months' time from the so and you're like, right, cool, I would never have known that. And so then you go and do you see what I mean?
It's
done
good
that
legwork for you, isn't it? It's done the legwork.
And that to me is where I think it's great. We're both using Fixer now, aren't we?
Yeah, Fixer's really cool.
for email.
Fixer's brilliant. I've never
used it.
So it basically just does everything for you on your emails. So I'll now get an email. This is the weirdest thing ever. I'll now get an email from somebody and instantly Fixer will reply in my tone, but as a draft. So you click on it and it's already replied to whatever
you've just got to hit send.
So I've just got to hit send.
Or just it's mad.
The amount of
categorizes everything.
The last couple of days, I've just been hitting send because it's like knowing my tone now. So I can just press send.
I've been using it
brilliant.
8 months now, and it's like me.
Really?
Yeah, same thing. So like,
Scary, isn't it?
So I'll go home in a minute. I've been back to back since about 1 o'clock, and I've got like 30 odd emails.
Yeah.
That'll take 5 minutes.
It's
So it's actually revolutionising like small business. Well, I think small businesses by nature. EXP has loads of small businesses, and they bought. I think they bought part of Fixer. Like they kind of bought shares in it.
But it's done the grunt work, isn't it?
Yeah.
All you've got to do is check it, think about it, finesse it, and then send it.
And most of the emails we send, like, and again, maybe if you're doing heavy consultative work, like you are, where you're sitting there with people and you're going, okay, that's completely different to that. That's completely, I'm getting an inquiry and it's like, hi, because most people then don't answer the phone, or like we'll get an inquiry and it'll be like, please, could you email us?
Yeah.
And then it says, please, could you email us? Puts the email in there, puts the subject in there, categorizes the response, and then I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, call me Bosh. And then I'm like, bang, 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 and then all of a sudden the phone goes at the same time, and you've got because you sent 60 emails at once.
Yeah.
But it is like stuff like that. I think is wicked.
Yeah.
But I think we're taking, it's clunky at the minute because we've taken it too far too quickly.
Yeah. I think it's like when the internet became a thing. People were, it's going to take jobs, and it's going to, and it's like we weren't sure how to use it, and for years and years. Like, we didn't use it very well. I still think we're using the internet in a really shit way, like with social media and everything, because, I think Facebook is like a cesspit of just
negativity,
like the worst parts of human nature. But AI is just the same. Like, we're not quite sure how we're using it yet, but we'll get there. You know?
No, I agree.
So,
I agree.
Yeah.
It's quite deep, this, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We got right into it, didn't we? Right deep.
I was going to say something really cutting edge there as well. I forgot because we went
It
off
must
on a
have been
tangent.
so cutting edge because you forgot.
Email Fixer and see if it...
Yeah, I was ChatGPT what you were thinking.
yeah. And it tells me, and then my mind's blown. Oh no, I can't remember. It was it was something to do with what we were talking about before, but yeah, I can't
Sounds
remember.
interesting.
Yeah.
So how did
I'll
you
remember, and I will shout out at the moment.
How did you initially get into? So you said you started off doing everything.
Yeah.
Like was it like everything marketing or everything design related?
Design related. So I finished university in 2005. Got a job at an independent agency that was like 20 minutes from where I live, just north of Birmingham. And I was there for about 7 years. Great little business. It was me and one other designer who's about the same age as me. He'd been there about a year. And it was just us in the studio team. So it's a super small team. The owner of the company was a designer as well, but he'd sort of transitioned out of the studio, and he was all new business and sales and sort of going out, meeting clients and that. And then we had like a traffic manager. So it was a lady who came in, I think 4 days a week, and she was just sort of managing. She'd answer the phones, direct emails, just sort of make sure we'd got stuff booked in. And then it was like a super well-oiled machine. And I learned so much in this place. And I was there for about 7 years, which is unheard of for junior designers. The guy who I worked with then now part owns that company. So he's never been out like anywhere else. But he's a really good guy. He's a very talented designer. Still speak to him today. Like my old boss is like a really good friend now, like a bit of a mentor almost to me. And
it's good because mine's a prick, and I literally wouldn't. I would happily see the guy burned on a stake. Whoa! Honestly, you have never met a more narcissistic dickhead than that with my old boss.
Really?
Yeah. So no, I got triggered there.
I still
some trauma there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We'll get into that later.
But yeah, so I learned a hell of a lot there, and after about six or 7 years, I had a bit of a trauma of my own. Broke up with an ex-girlfriend and ended up moving out of her house back to my parents at like 27, 28, thinking, what the hell am I doing? So at that point, I thought where I was in this brilliant little company. But I'd kind of hit a ceiling. There was no scope to really earn more, go anywhere else, because I was only ever going to be in the design studio. I was never going to be out doing client-facing stuff. And I'm good with people. I like chatting to people. So I kind of got to a point where, okay, I'm not going anywhere in work. I'm back living at home. and I'd always made very safe decisions through life to that point. And I thought, actually, I'm going to do something a bit curveball. So sold my car, quit my job, saved a load of cash up and went travelling to Australia. Had a visa for 12 months, ended up spending 3 months there, ran out of cash.
A well-trodden path.
Oh, yeah, it was good fun.
I'm never coming back 3 months later. Hey!
The Australia was amazing, but I didn't love it. Like, I didn't love Australia. Like, some people go there and never want to leave, and I've got mates who still live there now, but I didn't. And like, it's weird. Like, Christmas is like cold time of year. Christmas in Australia is barbecues on the beach. It was just so weird.
I can't imagine.
It just didn't do it for me.
Plus spiders.
Well, pretty much any animal over there can kill you. Like,
yeah, it's terrifying. I wouldn't.
It's like a spider on your kitchen. I don't know, on your bedroom side, and you're I'm dead.
I could never do that.
It was quite cool though, because I basically spent 2-3 months out there. I travelled out with a couple of people I knew, but they decided they were going to go and live in a camper van for 3-4 months, and I was like, I'm a pretty big guy. I'm not going to live in a van with 2 other people for 3 months. Yeah. No, thank you. So I went on my own to Adelaide and spent some time in Adelaide.
Which is interesting, by the way, because for a rugby player, normally quite good with being close with other blokes. And
I wasn't. I was a back. I wasn't in scrum. Yeah. I was one of the backs, but no, I just didn't. I didn't fancy living in a van. I just didn't.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't sound very appealing, does it?
Not for that
living
length
in
of
a
time.
van.
We get all the spiritual people who are close to the ground, and all that kind of stuff. They love driving around for.
So you
6
kind
weeks,
of only like people that are in a house. You don't like homeless. You don't like people in a van. Only house people.
Yeah, if you've got yourself a 3-bed semi, he'll work with you. If not, just don't bother. Yeah.
No, I Australia was great, but I decided to come back, and I'd spent that time over there pretty much on my own. And while I was there, I decided when I came back, I'm going to give it a go setting up my business. So that's how it happened. So I came back, surprised everyone, didn't tell anyone I was coming home, just turned up at my mum and dad's and went, I'm back. They were like, what the hell are you doing?
Shame TikTok wasn't a thing, otherwise you'd got some views.
Yeah.
I've spent many an evening scrolling through like kids surprising parents on their like 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
And they haven't been home for like 2 years.
Why?
And mum's just, huh?
Why?
It's like a TikTok trend.
Yeah, but why do you scroll for hours?
It's just cool, isn't it? It's heartwarming.
You get into a loop.
Yeah. Like, and he realises that you keep watching it, so it keeps giving you more.
There is loads of. I have loads of questions right now. We're going to have to do another podcast episode, just me and you. But yeah, carry on.
It's either David Goggins or home warming.
Such a weird mix.
That is a very weird mix. But I came back and I sort of sat down and I said, this is the business plan. It was literally back of a fag packet thing, but it was written down. This is what I want to try and achieve. Can you keep me for 12 months, basically? And mum and dad were sort of like, yeah, we can do that. So,
was there a chance they weren't going to keep you for 12 months?
I mean,
sorry, Gareth, 3 months and you're off again, mate.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, it was more like, you don't want to take the piss, do you? Because I was approaching 30 and I was back at home. But I looked at it and I thought, I don't want to go and get another job. I want to give this a go. And if it doesn't work after 12 months, then I've proved that I've given it my best, but I need to go and find a job, unfortunately. But 12 months later, I'd actually met Sarah, who's now my wife, and we actually moved in together quite quickly because she just moved up to the area for a teaching job. And it all panned out, but I owe my mum and dad a hell of a lot, really, because without that 12-month sort of grace period of I don't have to pay any rent, they took the pressure off, and within 6 months I found myself an office because I had like the corner of a spare bedroom at their house, and I was losing stuff.
Dad's like, don't moan, Gareth, because
it's free. Yeah, it's free, but it's like I was like, I need a dedicated space here, so I found like a cheap office that was like 300 quid a month, and mum and dad were like, oh, are you sure? It's a lot of money. I was like, yeah, but it's positive pressure, because if I don't have to find the money, I won't. But I need to, if I'm going to do this, I need to do it properly. So.
I think the 12-month thing is quite a common thing for small business owners. And I don't think that's a terrible attitude. Like, I think a lot of people, ultimately it all sounds great running a business. If you're not making money and you can't put food on your table, and then maybe it's not for you, or maybe your life circumstances dictate that it's not right now. So I think actually anybody who's going to start a business, I quite like the 12-month.
Yeah.
Because it gives you something to work towards. It creates a bit of urgency because that 12 months goes really quite quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can put a real plan together.
But it gives a bit of purpose, I think, because if you sit there and go, I'm going to make it succeed no matter what, and then you end up loaning parents, you end up 4 years down the line, you've got nowhere.
Yeah.
And you've been better off getting back into a job, maybe honing your skills, and then trying again in 3 or 4 years' time.
Yeah.
So I quite like the 12 months. For anybody starting a small business,
good chunk of time, innit?
Yeah, just put your numbers together, fag pack it or not.
Yeah.
And go, that's what I need to achieve in the short term to pay my bills. That's what I need to. Yeah. This is where I need to be to see to actually because again after 12 months you might not be putting up trees, but if you know that you're on that part of a curve, and you're then you've got to then you're really confident to go, okay, well 12 months in, a bit behind schedule, but it's really just started to pick up.
Yeah.
So actually, then you can assess where you are.
Yeah.
And so,
equally, you could get to a point after 12 months, you've made a shitload of money, but you sat there going, I hate this.
A lot of
could happen that way.
A lot of the experience have done that. They've gone, do you know what? I know I could probably earn 20, 30k more doing this by myself, or 15k more. Yeah. But actually, I miss the office camaraderie.
Yeah.
As you joked in before we started, you were like, I just sit in my garage or my converted garage all day, and So again, sometimes you go, great, I could probably, but actually, I miss going into an office of designers and having a bit of banter, and and obviously that's going to differ each profession, isn't it? But no, I think there's lots of different things you can look at.
Yeah, my main drive is just the money, though. I figured out that's my main drive is like I'm pretty happy.
Wolf of Wall Street,
as long as there's loads of money there. Like that's.
Is that a real thing for you then?
Yeah.
Because it's not for everyone, is it? Like
no, because a lot of people, like Adam just said, like I could make an extra 30 grand. In my mind, that's like, I'll just make an extra 30 grand then. I've got like 3 kids, so they're expensive.
How old are you then?
I am
32.
32. You got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
Steady on.
Yeah. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
You started young.
Yeah.
Fair play, man.
One planned.
Fair play.
One of them planned.
Yeah. And then you should have invested in a bigger TV.
You've got kids.
I've just got one.
You got one kid.
Yeah.
That's probably one and done. That's a good way. That's a good way of doing it. One and done.
Well, that's interesting actually, because we had planned to have 2, but at the point we always sort of said like when Emily's 2, we'll start trying for number 2. Because we always thought like 2 to 3 years gap is probably like a nice sort of age difference.
Recovery.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I don't think you ever recover, to be honest. But we sort of said that would be a nice time to do it. And then at that point in time, my business was creaking a little bit. Well, not a little bit, a lot. And Sarah's job was at risk of redundancy up in the Midlands. And we sort of sat down and said, like, there's never a right or wrong time to have kids, but there's a sensible time to be trying and not trying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, so we sort of put everything on pause while we sorted out life. It was around the time of Brexit, so
2017. Right,
yeah,
2018.
She was born. Emily was born in 2017, and then the fallout from Brexit was sort of really kicking off around 2018-19, where I built my business at the time. I'd got 3 sort of like large accounts. One of them was slightly larger than the other 2, but they had offices in Slough, Dublin and Paris. So they were very, very much a European company. Yeah. And the whole Brexit thing was just they were spending between 50 and 75 grand a year with me.
Right.
And they just went off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wow,
off.
okay. Yeah.
That's brutal, isn't it?
So they had like, they were basically a pharmaceutical company, and they had like 25 brands, and each brand represented a drug, basically. I'd managed to sort of, over the period of about 3 or 4 years, I was speaking to like 20 of the 25 brand managers. And for some I was doing like loads of little jobs, but loads. Others I was doing like one massive job every year. And it was just like brilliant. And I'd worked really hard to get to this point. and then Brexit just completely hammered it.
Yeah.
Not so much because obviously you were, things like the building trade. Obviously, you're getting wood from Sweden, and you're getting, all this stuff from Europe, like import taxes and things. I'm guessing, was it because they suffered and therefore they cut jobs, and therefore they were like, because obviously you're not charging more because it's all remote.
Yeah,
but so I assuming they were feeling the pinch in terms of their individual businesses.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they were then going, okay, well, we'll bring someone in house, or we'll.
I don't know what they did, if I'm honest, but like the budgets just got cut, like massively cut, and I was so much cheaper than some of the London agencies that they were using. So it's whether I don't know what happened, but at the roundabout this time though, like I can't remember the exact number now, but if I was speaking to 20 of the brand managers, 16 of them all just moved to different roles or moved companies at the same time. So maybe there were rumours of job cuts coming because of it. I don't know. But ultimately, like I was thousands of pounds down and I'd done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So it was a real kick in the guts, that, and it put, because at the time there was me, 2 designers, part-time traffic manager. We had a beautiful office out in the sticks in Staffordshire countryside. Yeah, it was lovely, but literally Brexit just kicked the guts out of it. Sarah's obviously struggling with her job. Ultimately, she did lose that, and that's
To tell you what, second child.
yeah. It was a bit like, crikey, if we did have 2 now, it would have been really difficult. But that is how we ended up here, because Sarah was looking for work at this time, and she was on bank staff, like a supply agency, and she, like where we lived in the Midlands, it was quite funny because I've got 3 days supply, and I went, where? And she'd be like, in Tamworth. I went, fucking hell. Oh shit. So you got a stab vest, It was like, what? Why is the teacher off? Stress. Yeah.
It's all the homeless people. Homelessness in Tamworth. Google.
It was like that though. Like every single job she got was like stress related in like some really sort of like. I'm not having to dig at Tamworth. Like Tamworth's not that bad a place, but there's some of the schools she went.
Many people viewing from Tamworth.
I would have thought so.
Slave to your
heart. Yeah, they're all
heart.
homeless.
It depends who I share it with. But no, like it wasn't necessarily like the best schools that she was going to. She was hating her jobs that she was going into. I was struggling, and we sort of sat down one day and said, look, you're not going to find the job you want, because Sarah's always taught private schools, and she went through Portsmouth Grammar, so it's what she's used to, and she's what she's good at as well. So there just aren't the schools up there.
So grammar schools in Portsmouth?
Portsmouth Grammar School, massive school.
Is there any non-state schools? Just sort of. Portsmouth's just a shithole, isn't it? So I
hope you're never going to expand.
Jude,
I won't be expanding to Portsmouth.
Jude Law's kids went to Portsmouth Grammar School.
There you go then.
There you go.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Sorry, Portsmouth.
But no, so I said to Sarah, like, I said, just widen the search. And she said, well, what's the remit? I said, find the job.
Salisbury.
And we'll go, and it doesn't really matter where I am. If I've got internet and the electric, I'm all right. I can work. So
I'm jealous of that. It's one thing I hate about it. What I do.
You're pretty.
It's where the inventory is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I hate it. It's the biggest bugbear, especially just coming back from LA. I was sat here going, I'd move over here tomorrow. But obviously, if you do anything remote, you can. 8-hour time difference aside. But it was just I'm massively jealous that you have that. To anybody who has that flexibility to go, you still need to be here to record videos and to kind of be active. I just
But you could be filming videos in Scotland. If you get the job, you'd go, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It's quite a
but then in theory, I could go and sell houses anywhere. But where it's going to be most successful is here, because I know most people, and you got all the contacts, the family, the friends, the referrals, the sort of credibility and just time spent in that area. I'm massively jealous that you could go tomorrow. Like, do you know what? Sod it, let's go live in Prague. And then you can still do the same business.
Sarah might be a bit pissed off if I just went to live in Prague.
Yeah,
You know,
because of all the attractive
probably-
long blonde.
I'd probably miss Emily as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I miss Sarah, I miss Emily.
Where are you? I'm just at the golf club. Is that the strip club again, Gareth?
Yeah. Svetlana, who's this?
Sven.
Yeah.
No, that's, so you I guess you were leading into we're going to have second child. Financials meant that you probably or life situation meant that you were like probably not a good idea, and then it just never happened.
Never happened there, and like we got to a point like we moved. Ultimately, we moved here. Sarah got a job teaching at Godolphin. She's still there now, doing really well, loving it. Yeah, we ended up moving down here, and then we sort of had to sit down, sort of conversation like, well, we can't really do it now because Sarah needs to be in post for 2 years because she wouldn't qualify for maternity in that period of time or something like that. And then if we did, then Emily's going to be like 5 or 6, and then you got like you're not necessarily guaranteed to get pregnant straight away. Then it's 9 months then, so like you could end up with like a 7 or 8 year age gap, and we were like,
Don't you want that?
do we? It's a bit much, and I rather I don't know if it's
Emily's
selfish. I don't know if it's selfish, but I say like you got to think about the other end as well, because when Emily goes through school, maybe goes to university, then we'd have 5 or 6 years, and we're potentially having another one going. I was like, when do we retire? Like, you know, because Christ, we could be working till. I mean, I did some maths the other day, and I was like looking at the financials and did some projections, and I've worked out that I could probably like retire about 4 years after I die.
I really wonder where that was going.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder when he would retire. 4 years after he's dead.
But like, you know, when do you know if you've got 2 kids with that much of a gap? I was like, oh, you know, when does it? And ultimately, like the conversation went like, we'll just stick with one. So that's how it ended up.
We've got a 10-year gap.
Have you really?
Yeah.
But you're younger than me. I'm 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and if anything, it's actually just as hard as you think it would be.
yeah.
I
knew that was like I just knew you weren't going to say anything that was.
No, I was actually going to say something nice, but then I just the inner evil of me was like, no, don't. Well, I know Kat's going to watch it. So she'll be like, look at me.
Yeah, but but as you said, I don't think you can regret making what is because again, I know we like a joke on this podcast. I will get cancelled if I say what I really think it is. So I doing my job, I see a lot of unruly kids.
Yeah.
Who have a family set up that they're not being supported properly.
Yeah.
They're not, and again, I guess supported properly financially, but there's 4 kids, and you can see that dad's out working, mum's out working, and whoever's not working is at home. And you can tell it's too much.
Yeah.
And I think I've said this a few times. Not long ago I had there was a baby bell, and one of the kids threw a baby bell at me. But just messing around at evaluation. Like
really?
First time I've met, it hit me right here.
How old is the kid?
Probably 5 or 6 maybe. And the mum laughed. And I'd literally never been this close to just standing up and walking out.
Oh, I wonder what you're going to say there. Punching a child.
Just kick the shit into it. What I wanted to do was get the baby bell, pick it up.
Wait. A baby bell, as in
a little cheese circle.
Right, okay, I thought it was something hard.
No.
Right, okay.
A baby bell is not soft.
It's funny.
When it's lozzed at you.
If my child threw a baby bell, I would laugh as well.
Yeah, but okay.
And I didn't know who that person was. I would laugh.
Okay, but if I go and see Debs' daughter, and she like comes up and like messes and punches my leg. Like I've got, we've got a handshake and yeah.
Punch me in the leg.
yeah. But that, if it's a niece or a nephew, or if this is a first meeting in a professional setting, and you can't sort of just, I'm not saying you need to like hang, draw, and quarter.
I don't know, like that's pretty bad, isn't it? Like if my daughter ever did that,
you discipline her, right?
I would be.
Mortified.
Livid.
Yeah.
I've only ever shouted
Thank you.
at my
good parent. Shit parent.
I'd be like, high five, good shot. Especially if it's Adam he's throwing it.
I think that's the thing, though, isn't it? Like, if it's someone you know, it's
different.
Yeah,
different.
it's different. Yeah,
But, like,
yeah,
it's
no,
pretty bad,
100%.
I
If
th-
my
I-
5-year-old threw something at a
Yeah.
new guest in the house, you'd probably tell him off a little
Up
bit.
you go, upstairs, and she
Yeah.
laughed, and it took every part of me.
in your eye as well.
It hit me in the eye, yeah, and then to the point where like it's a baby bell, like it's got hard, it's not
Yeah.
soft.
I know what baby bell looks like. Don't worry.
And I literally, for a second, when you like it hurt, like and it wasn't water.
I thought I was blind.
yeah.
I was blind
Blinded
for a
by a
second.
ball of cheese.
But like, I couldn't just be like, oh, that hurts. But like, if someone kicks you in the knee or something, sometimes you can be like, fuck, that hurts.
Yeah.
But like, you can almost hide it.
Yeah.
I couldn't because it was my face. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was a bit like, oh, and she was like, oh, Tommy, I'm not saying the name. But it was just
Tommy.
like, it was just a lack of, and so I just find as though there is.
Did you sell their house?
No, I didn't know.
No.
Never followed up.
They're homeless now.
Yeah. Yeah, I screwed them over and now they're homeless. Yeah. They're outside Gareth's house tonight. Pitchfork
Throwing baby bells at the window.
But it just like, again, a slightly controversial statement is I believe that too many parents, and this is just a personal opinion because I don't have kids, so I probably have a lack of appreciation for just how challenging it can be when kids are young sometimes. But there's just that parents seem to want to be friends with their kids more than parents.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong, I get when you're 25, as soon as you leave home,
Yeah.
and certainly from maybe 30 when you're establishing good income and you've got your own little life that you're leading, then okay, then I'm good friends with my dad now. But his role for me was like, in that situation, I'd have been upstairs writing 50 pages of A4 lines going, do not throw baby bells, or I'd have been grounded for, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
And
just
so you
different.
learn right from wrong.
But I think it's it's just different parenting styles, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very different.
But surely a parent needs to be a parent by the nature of the name.
Yeah, but that's fine. But what being a parent? There's no guidebook to being a parent.
I understand. Yeah, I understand.
There's no manual at all, is there?
But surely
certain people
discipline-
will discipline their children in a different way. So it's not. I'm not saying.
Yeah, bloody discipline it at all would have been good.
What, throwing a baby bell? No, but what I mean is that I am quite stern with the kids when I need to be, but also I'll we'll be in the car singing
Sweet Home
some
Alabama.
pretty harsh swearing rap songs very loudly.
Jesus Christ. Is that not a more middle class
And I'll
white
dap
thing
them
you've
up,
ever?
Yeah,
but that's
I'm
fine.
good friends with my.
But that's
kids.
fine,
Yeah.
because that's teaching, sense of
best
humour
friends
and
with my
empathy
kids.
and and just good social skills.
Yeah.
But that will get not that will get them nowhere. But like if you don't then discipline when they do
That'll get
something-
them nowhere being their friends, says the parent.
Yeah.
Of no one.
Hey, look, take it with a pinch of salt. But
It is
you know what I
hard
mean?
raising
Like,
a cat as well. We'll give you that.
honestly,
Especially the white ones with hair everywhere.
you don't get woken up at 3 a.m. unexpectedly, do you?
Yeah, I've got a baby.
I know
mate.
that was the joke.
Oh, that really
Okay.
angered me there. I got baby mate.
No,
Cat gets woken up all the time, all right?
but no, I do respect it when you hear someone who actually made a for the sake of the children as well. Like I
Yeah.
think a lot of the
You can be a friend and a parent.
yeah.
You can be. It's just you've got to know, and you've got to get it into the kid's mind, like where the line is.
There's a good balance, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to have.
Do you
that
think?
good
I mean,
balance,
again, it's a
100%.
slightly deep question, but do you think if you'd have ignored those sensible, what in a vacuum you would say is a sensible observation of maybe now is not the right time, what do you think would have happened if you would have at that time, but had that child and ignored all of those sensible observations?
Yeah.
Do you think you worried that you're not as good a parent that time around, or are you worried that you can't quite give that you're stressed about other things? You're worrying more, so you're not the.
Yeah, I
know?
don't know. I've never really thought about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't dwell on it. And very fortunate. Emily's like an absolute golden kid. Like she's very, very lucky. She's a lovely little girl, and we've just put all of our effort into it. So
She goes down to the basement.
yeah. No, but she
See you tomorrow.
no, we are lucky, and to be honest, we're a small family, and we just put all your effort in. So I don't know what would have happened.
How old is she?
8.
8.
Yeah.
That's a good age.
Yeah.
8's a good age. When they get to 10, they're just annoying.
Yeah, and then when Emily's not annoying, that's because you're a shit parent. There's no swearing in the rap songs in the back of the car over it.
I tell you what, we've just started introducing her to. We started introducing her to Friends.
Okay.
And she loves it. We have to fast forward through some of the naughty bits.
Yeah.
But she absolutely loves it. She's just had her haircut like Rachel.
Oh, really? That's brilliant. Yeah.
She loves it. And I've got to get back tonight because we want to watch Traitors because we haven't watched it.
You haven't watched last night?
We haven't watched it yet, no, because I was out
I've got
last
all the
night.
spoilers for you.
Oh, don't do it.
Although you do know that so you sing rap songs on the way back in the car. They're coming back from Godolphin singing Jubilate Day over in the car. It's like, Dad, I learned a new song today.
Well, so the
Jubilate.
the kids don't swear in the songs. They don't say the swear
You
words.
do.
I shout them really
you
loudly,
shout louder.
and they find it hilarious.
I love that. Anyway, we've sort of gone off task.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
No.
I can't remember.
I just respected Gareth, sort of,
You interrupted 35 minutes ago.
sensible kind of, that I'm not, if it's not the right time.
Yeah,
I think that's and it is completely dependent on, the time being right. And the time's never right. So it's just, if it happens, it happens.
Didn't you also say that when you had a business that you sold, or you had a bit? There's been a pretty big transition at some point, hasn't there?
Recently.
Where you basically sold a load of what you were doing, or you shut a load of what you were doing, or it was
didn't
sell
too
it.
Much. I shut it down basically. So the first business I had was called Design Pit, and it was set it up limited and sort of did everything with an accountant that was actually one of my teammates from an old rugby club. So they set that up, and it sort of evolved and grew, and it was me as a freelance operation. Then I started to get busier, so turned a profit year one, turned a profit every single year for probably 8 or 9 years, and then it broke even, and then we had this more profit, and then more of a dip, and it was a real journey. But I'd sort of got swept up in this sort of idea of growth and scale and building something that works when you're not there. And I don't know what it was really. I just sort of got lost in this idea, and I was pushing and pushing and pushing. We grew a team, and then when it all sort of went wrong and Brexit sort of kicked the guts out of it, I sort of had to, scale it back. But there's always a level of bloat there, so your subscriptions are higher. Like the thing for a graphic design company, subscriptions are an absolute killer. Yeah, because you've got. You'll be the same.
Yeah.
Like just
tons of subscriptions.
Just coming out your ears, like
Pornhub,
But
that's his type of thing.
Yeah. But no, it is really like. It's crippling at times. You think, I need that and I need that.
And you also don't realise how many you've got until you then really look at it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that long ago. It was like maybe 2 months ago that I thought, I'll just double check, how much am I spending a month on subscriptions? Yeah. And it was like £700 on all of these different, you've got Adobe, you've got Stock, you've got other stocks, then this AI clip thing that I was doing as well. Fixer,
Dropbox, or
Google Drive, and it was just it racked up so much, and I realised there was some on there, and one came out today for Restream.
Right,
I haven't used it in about a year, and I was like, I keep forgetting to.
I think that's sort of the same though with your own personal finances.
Yeah,
all of a sudden you've got a subscription to AO, and I'm like, what? And it's like I've got washing machine cover, and I'm like, I'm like dishwasher cover. And I'm thinking I've spent £300 on cover. I may as well just bought a new washing machine. Yeah. So I do think it's got a sense. It is to do every end of every year.
Yeah, do a review of your subscriptions.
Have a cull.
That's our top tip.
Yeah. Well,
check your pay and washing machine.
Yeah. No,
check your subscriptions.
I do that over Christmas every year because we shut down.
Yeah.
So one thing that saves my grace doing this job is everybody shuts down. I mean, to be fair, I suppose most industries do, but we literally aren't open. Solicitors aren't open. All that. So it's free time off. But
10 to 14 days normally, isn't it?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd be able to switch off for quite some time as long as I'm prepped for it, because obviously a lot of my customers want Christmas video and all of that type of stuff.
Well, I think it's Friday night.
So
it's Friday the 19th of
that.
December this year. So I think I'm basically shutting down from the Friday evening.
It's till the 4th or the 5th or something.
Yeah, and it's Monday the 5th. So I'm going to launch a load of properties on either the Friday the 2nd or Saturday the 3rd, but I'm going to be in Cornwall, so it'll just be remote. And then obviously, so it's worked out quite nicely where solicitors aren't back to the 5th, surveyors aren't back to the 5th. So politely.
Of course, yeah.
You can't do anything, can you?
Yeah.
Same for me. If I've got stuff artworks going off, like printers shut down. Like, so I can't finish jobs in that respect, and also as well, like a lot of my clients shut down as well, and you just.
But I think that I remembered what I was going to say earlier, so I'm passing. I'm going to keep it at the front of my mind.
We'll see.
And this is sort of linked, but I feel as though like people work so hard and like in the first 2-3 years of a business, sometimes you have to bend over backwards a little bit, and you have to admit that you might have to work over Christmas to say it's a USP when no one else does or whatever, and so that is a thing. But I do think when you're established, like I've been doing, maybe you almost like you. I think not enough businesses go, do you know what? I'm dictating what's happening here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if you can't respect that I need from the 20th to the 4th off to recharge my batteries for a whole nother year, then go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's not a client that I think would be the, you know what I mean? And so I think too many businesses don't do that. So they end up working with draining people who suck the life out of them.
Not the ideal customer.
No, absolutely.
Not Tracy.
That's not Tracy or Jeremy. Yeah.
That's not a homeless person.
I was waiting for you to say that. I was going to say it.
But I think that is a big mistake. I think so many businesses make.
Yeah, people need to know that especially you, need to like recharge your batteries all
100%.
the time.
100%.
That's why you have so many holidays.
It's the only But then the business is still going. I'm still overseas. Even in America, Devs was amazing. I didn't do any work.
Yeah.
But I still, I still check my emails every day.
Still think about it.
Stuff's still
always in the back of
happening.
your
I
head,
don't
isn't it?
necessarily have to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm still seeing it's happening and stuff's happening. I just love the idea that nothing, no sales, no completion, just this weird lull, almost like the world stops for 2 weeks, and it's just. I love it because I know that I can spend all day without my phone.
Yeah.
On the golf, I'll play golf tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm out on the golf course. My phone's in my pocket.
Yeah.
Because I'm just sat here going, well, I know Debs is out doing viewings. I know Steve. So I am consciously sat here thinking I better check it every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So whereas over Christmas, weather shit, but I can actually just go, I'm leaving that in the bag.
Yeah.
And the difference in the mental switch off is huge.
I think one thing that people forget is the most important client your business will ever have is your business. You should schedule time to work on your business. Like every month I do mid-month marketing Monday, and it just sticks in my head. Every Monday, third Monday of the month, I just block out the afternoon and I just go, right, I need to write an email. I need to do a leaflet, a brochure, whatever it is I need to do. I know I've got that time clear, and I might supplement with other blockings in my diary, other points in the month. But I know every month I will work on my business solely, no distractions, for at least half a day, at least.
Oh, essential.
Yeah, I really need to do that.
We've said this so many
I've
times.
done none.
Alan Sugarboy says you need to allocate a couple of working days every month.
Yeah.
Like what you do. I mean, depending on what you're doing, obviously, but where you work on the business, not in the business. Because so many of us SMEs are all we're involved in the day-to-day running of our businesses. So you can't oversee it and go, right, where are my pinch points? Where am I? No, 100%. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, I have not done enough. I have not done any marketing for. Obviously, this counts. As marketing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But on my own MBS marketing, I haven't done a single thing.
Yeah.
I've done a website, but as far as that goes, and I know I should be doing it.
But you got so many new clients.
It's a
That
plumber's.
was weird because it just came. I didn't even say that.
It sounded just like Adam as well.
Yeah. What a predictable line.
I wasn't going to say that.
You
I was just saying I'm working on the operation of the business right now. So I've just taken yesterday morning, the entire morning, to switch up how we were working on projects, because before it seemed like somebody would ask me for something, can I just do it quick?
Yeah.
And that's 15 minutes time, which I just didn't count towards like a retainer or something.
But it's not 15 minutes, because then you got to get your head, well, what was I doing?
Exactly, yeah.
And you got 10 minutes before, that was it. Yeah. And then you're doing it again, and then you got to backtrack a bit. And so it's not 15 minutes, is it?
And I found myself doing that so much, and then somebody would be like, I need to reschedule the video, so I'll go and do the video another day. And then, I ended up the other day, I didn't even go in the office. I just went to video. And I was like, flipping it. What am I?
Yeah.
I can't even upload all of this footage right now because I haven't got the time to do it. So now we've got, we're using monday.com.
Yeah.
We've got like a full process flow of when new tasks come in, who they're assigned to, whether it's me or Adam.
Yeah.
And not you, the other Adam, my Adam. Oh no, you're my Adam.
Yeah. No comment.
So and it's all automated as well. So you press a bunch of it, and it's I think we've just been doing it for today and yesterday, and everything feels so much smoother and clear.
Yeah.
So I think
doing
that's
it.
a good.
You just need to make sure you keep doing it.
Yeah,
that's the hard thing.
And we've used Monday for ages now, but we just didn't really use it. So it was kind of there, and it'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot you got to write something on Monday or whatever. But this time round, it's like if you don't do it on Monday, you're fired. And I'm talking to myself, not Adam. You'll get away with it.
Adam, it's all yours. Taking over. Yeah. No,
It's important though. I think it's you need to treat your business like the most important client, and if you do that, you won't go far wrong.
Yeah,
I don't think. You do it. You do it. You just gotta. You just need to realise it sometimes, and you have been working on it. But I use the analogy a lot of plumber's leaky tap. If you're a plumber, you've always got a leaky tap because you're so busy fixing everyone else's. And it's the same for us, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
that's
I think
true.
especially because you guys. I can imagine you're in your studios quite a lot. You're in your offices quite a lot. It could easily get bogged down in like something comes in and then something comes in and and you do a bit of each and then you realise you don't really put any energy into either of them. And again, sometimes it's about going, I can take on that new project. Because if I phoned, obviously you and I have a slightly different relationship than most people would do in our situation. But like,
we do.
But if I was to phone you up and be like. He said, I don't know, it's Monday, and you went, but I can start that next Friday. I'd be like, Sam, I'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah.
Oh, and I would not bat an eyelid because I'm like, well, I don't get the right to demand your time, and if I do, you should kick me to the curb. But you'll turn around and go, because you're like, oh, cool, new client, or you'll be like, oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, and you almost just blurt out that like.
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm saying what I see. What I see a lot of businesses doing. Is over promising.
I was doing that.
Over promising. Yeah. Like being a yes man.
And
I think
I don't do that anymore.
Actually, sometimes like it's about going. I can do that. And you've obviously like I've come to you. Do you know what I mean? That's because I've pinpointed you. I would like you to do my work.
Yeah. This is a problem. You're the solution. When can you solve it?
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to.
With Gareth. He was chasing me to finish the project. We set it up in May and finished it about 2 weeks ago. Something that should have taken about 3 weeks.
That's very you, though, isn't it?
But you said, we're coming into a bit of a quiet time now, and it'd be a good time. And he went the other way, didn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, are you still alive, Adam? I haven't heard from you.
I know you're going to Vegas, and the next thing was like me posting Vegas stuff. And you were like, no, don't talk to me. You're away. Talk to me later. But I think like we've all got different. I just think don't be a yes person in business.
Don't be a yes man.
I think you'll end up just driving yourself.
That's a very good bit of advice. I was a yes man through my old job. I used to say yes to everything. And even now they are suffering from it a bit because they hire people to try and replace me when I left. But they can't do all of the things that I was doing because I was saying yes to everything and I could do everything.
Yeah.
And, so for them, they're like, oh, Dan, please come back.
Yeah.
See, it's all part of the master plan, isn't it? Yeah. I'll stitch them up so that when I leave, they actually still need to use me.
They're going to have to buy my company and put me in charge as CEO.
Yeah. I hope they didn't watch
MD of one. That's my pet hate in business, by the way, when people call themselves a managing director of a business of one or two people. It's like, come on.
Do you know what I don't like at the minute? Founders.
Yeah.
What the hell does a founder like? 2-3 years ago,
change our bio.
Yeah, Chris, I am a founder. I'm not a founder.
Co-founder of Salisbury Business Model.
Oh, we are, yeah.
Shit.
No, but like 2-3 years ago, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Now we're founders.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just waffle.
It just work.
Isn't it? It's just waffle. Like you do marketing and videos. I do design and branding. You sell houses.
Yeah.
Just say that. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a
We
founder.
all have these collective terms for what we do that make us sound more fancy.
I've got shit on my website. Like, it says brand designer and creative strategist. Sounds very grand, doesn't it? But really, I just think like I needed it.
People
to fill
should
the
tag in
space.
the comments. Okay, here you go. Here's we'll do like a 50 quid like voucher for a place in Salisbury of your choice. Who can come up with the worst job title? and the one that's not allowed.
Homeless.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you can prove you're homeless, you can have some food.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh god, you two are awful.
Okay, you're gonna have to edit this out. That's terrible.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna edit all the homeless bits together and be like, meet the real Adam Gareth. I'll cut all my bits out.
So because the one when we went to see Frankie Board a few years ago, obviously he was a bit mental, and this was like 10, 11 years ago when he was kind of in his pomp, and he said, you know what's been pissing me off all day since I left home this morning? He said I was walking along and saw something on a like a bus stop advertising, and it was like, yeah, do you want to be a refuse disposal expert? And he was like, I've sat on the bus going to the train station. I was like, what the hell is that? And he's like, it's a fucking bin man. Yeah. Just call yourself what you are, lad.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And obviously he's quite controversial, so he's gonna, but it's like, why do we like? I'm an estate agent. I'm not a realtor or like you're a graphic designer, not like a design I don't know. You got these absolute nonsense.
I literally made a page today on my website, and I needed to fill space. So I put this like fancy job title down, and like as soon as I published the page, I thought, I need to change that, but I don't know what to change it to. But yeah, I do think there's this whole thing like we have to label everything, don't we? Like everyone's got to have a label. What? Why? Can't we just be people?
Yeah, I feel like, I think deep down we are, but it's the crap PR side of running a business.
Yeah.
Where like if you say this, you sound a bit more credible, and if you ultimately if you're shit at what you do, doesn't matter what you say. So that is still the most important.
If you're the
thing.
founder but you're shit at it,
then you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
If you've got a crap PR but you're amazing, you're going to be fine. Because people will use you for it. But
I was trying to see what I called myself.
I think the thing I've been waiting to get off my to the tip of my tongue is the biggest not criticism but the biggest encouragement I always want to give a small business owner is believe in the service you're giving and what you're doing.
100%.
Like too many people start up a business because you're really good at something.
Yeah.
You're good at something, you've got a plan, you know what you're doing. And then the moment a client disagrees with you or the moment a client doesn't share the same opinion immediately, you buckle.
Yeah.
The client always right is the worst motto you can ever have.
Yeah.
I don't go to the doctors and tell the doctor what's wrong with me.
Exactly.
So I'm going to tell you how best to sell your house. Gareth's going to tell you how best to design your new branding.
Yeah.
Dan's going to tell you how best to create a promotional video.
Yeah.
Otherwise, go find. If you want someone to go use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Go use purple bricks. Do you know what I mean?
And come back to me in 6 weeks when you've fucked it all up.
Yeah. And you're homeless.
But you said it to me when we met. Like you have like a guy who's like Jeremy who'll sit there and say, I've sold 5 houses over the years, Adam, and you'll be like, I sold 5 last week, Jeremy. Like doesn't mean anything,
So where were they? Winterstowe, sold one there. Yeah, where was the other one? Wyndham Road, sold one there.
Yeah.
So
what point are you proving? What?
So if you were listening,
you're cocky.
No. See, he's such a.
He's just like this.
I just wanted to say that.
But it's that, and we've got so many talented businesses in Salisbury, and I think if I could pump a bit of self-confidence and pump a little bit of believe in yourself, because you're loads of them are so great.
Yeah,
I could name 5 quickly that you think you should be bigger and bigger. I mean, you might not want to be, so caveat that.
Yeah.
But if you want to, I don't know enough about you. Why? Like you're great. Like back yourself. Get yourself out there. And if you're the expert in your field, you and I had some conversations a few times where you were like, you told me to stop listening to what everyone thought. Yeah. Because I was sending the logos over to people and you get different opinions and like a few times you thought...
it's nothing more annoying when someone does that as well.
I said, you ask 20 people for an opinion, you'll get 20 opinions. And they might not all align. They won't all align because it's 20 opinion, and it's like, listen to people you respect, definitely, but ultimately you have to make the call. And
100%.
you won't be able to fit 20 opinions into an amend set. You just won't be able to do it. So you got to go, right, take on all on board. I'm going to do that.
But you sending me that email could have been, to a lot of people, sending that, you'd have been like, oh crap, like I'm being a bit blunt here. I'm being a bit direct. Like, but that's what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
And so that's you backing yourself to go, this is, I know the process of people getting their branding sorted and signed off, and like, and I was probably doing something that typically you see quite a lot, and so you knew that at that point I needed that right focus, trust your gut instincts, and shock horror, all the people I've sent the final thing to have been like, that's sick.
Yeah, and that was the same as what you did with that first video. That was this is just a you thing. That first video,
I think it's a people thing.
He said it to like 20 people, and he was like,
"Take that out, do."
And then he was like, "Everybody likes the funny bits."
Yeah, and that was the bits that he told me to do, and I was like, "Oh." But I just, it's that's a perfect example of you're I thought I had a real vision and a real idea, and that wasn't you being like, "Oh, you're an arse."
No, you need to do this. Mate.
Absolutely,
yeah.
And so
some people don't like it.
No, they don't.
Like, but I, quite frankly, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it because you need to hear it, and very rarely does it ever bite me because I don't tend to work with people that I don't get on with. Like I would happily put all of my clients, all of my suppliers into a room, and they'd all get on.
Yeah,
100%. I know they would because. Like I know the right type of person for me to be working with. So and you're probably both the same. But yeah, you just got to back yourself. Be confident. Gut feeling. Like rarely is your gut wrong. Rarely. If it feels wrong, it is. If it feels all right, it probably will be.
You could ask 100 people on any subject matter. When have you followed your gut feeling and you've been wrong? And I bet you not one of them could come up with an answer in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
When and was it now? When was the last time you followed your gut and something went wrong? I.e., that it went and you were like, I shouldn't have followed my gut.
I went to go and see a customer. There, that is gone. I think
this is going to be a terrible example that you're just trying to be a dick on.
I'm not going to tell my story. I'll tell my story because it's funny. This was a gut feeling. 6 months ago, I went to go and see a customer, and they lived on top of Devizes Road. And I had a gut feeling that I'd be all right at the toilet I needed would go away.
Oh, for God's sake, that's...
Gut feeling as well. That's good, yeah. But that was my gut feeling, was like, literally, I think, no, I'll be all right.
How's a completely...
And then I literally nearly shit myself. After the meeting that we had, it went on for like half an hour or something. After that, I was at the top of Devizes Road. I didn't drive at this point. I was waiting for a taxi. I was on the side of the road, and I was literally like cramp. And I was texting Kat. I was like, "I'm gonna
bring a bucket."
That's not a gut feeling. That's a
wow,
you
actually,
misjudged.
Excuse the pun, but it is a gut feeling.
You misjudged your bodily activity. That's not a gut feeling. So, case in point,
it's funny though.
But he's proven my point, like the idiot he is. But it's just, you can't. I don't. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's work, whether it's there's so many different avenues in life where if you're falling out with a friend and I don't know, like you do whatever to pick whatever. I've never followed my gut instinct. Yeah. And because I believe it, even if it doesn't end well, you did it for the right reasons. And so you learn from it. Yeah. Whereas you make a decision with your head, it's why like I've had some really abrasive conversations with people who I can tell have offered more on a house, but I can tell it's all being done up here, and actually it's a bit of a whim, and they didn't ask the right questions. They spent half the time in the property. I'll tell them to go, and like I can tell these guys, it's here. It was here, like, and they loved it, and they asked the right questions. They spent more time, more considered. And I'm like, my gut feeling is I don't trust you, but I trust you. And it hardly ever is wrong. And it's if you will never gain respect as a small business because again you're fighting against, and you could list some big graphic design corporate brands, you're fighting against, and maybe not so much on a local scale, but you're fighting against big videography brands, again potentially not in what you're doing. I'm fighting against Connell's group that turns over £100 million a year. All I have is my authenticity, my gut feeling. I can't out-resource them. You know what I mean? So I think if you, as a local business, if you're scrapping against you know, as an independent restaurant, and you're scrapping against Nando's,
Yeah.
you know, all you can do is just trust your vision, trust your opinion, trust what you believe. And if someone tries to tell you otherwise and you don't believe it, go back at them. And, if that's a client, a staff member, you get rid.
That's where your brand's built.
100%.
That's where your brand's built, isn't it? You know,
because we've all got brands now, especially the way that you were recommended to me.
Yeah.
Because I put a post up and about 11 people tagged you, and then there was like one other person.
Yeah.
And so like that's, and I can tell why, because you're good at what you do is the most important thing. But like the way that you approached it all from start to finish was like, we had a bit of a laugh doing it.
Yeah.
Which I think, you know, you've got to, because life's too short. But then, like, you know, you broke it all down. But then when you told me that I needed to make a decision and actually stop faffing around, you said it in a direct manner. Yeah. And I respected that, because it was like, yeah, okay, shit, yeah, he's right, I'm faffing, and this is probably what everyone does. And I went, right, cool, let's do it. Let's sign that one off, and let's do, you know. And so that's my big thing is
I feel like I might benefit from that a little bit.
But it's just
from being a bit more direct with clients.
You're the expert.
Yeah, no, and most of them, like for example with Adam, I'd be able to like just tell you to shut up and know we're doing this.
Yeah.
And you'll be like,
but we're
friends
actually as much as colleagues, it's a bit different. Boyfriend.
But yeah, you are.
But yeah, I should be. I think I should be a bit more direct with some of my clients, because I do sort of. You know, it's not like I change my mind on what they're doing, but I give them the ideas. I'm like, we should do this. And sometimes they'll come back to me, and if they're a new client, they'll come back to me with something, and I'm like, that's absolutely terrible. But I'll be like, let's do it.
If it is, it's. I actually think it's your duty to tell them.
Yeah.
Because what's going to embarrass them more is when they put out a crap product at the end of it.
Well,
and that sort of reflects poorly on you.
Yeah,
what it's actually a professional pride thing as much as anything else.
What-
Imagine I'm like, no, Gareth, do this. You're probably torn between like, okay, I want to keep him happy.
Yeah.
But if we pump that out, everyone's going to be laughing at me.
Yeah.
You know, and so I would actually just turn around and be like, look, I'm probably not the right guy for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it comes through experience, though, that does as well. Like, if I'm a mid-20s, like really green, just started going, it's really difficult to take that standpoint with a business owner who's maybe twice your age telling you you're wrong. It's really intimidating in that scenario. But like now, I've done this a long time now, and
84-year-old
Gareth. It's like, you know, if someone turned around to me and said, I want you to do that, I say, I don't think it's the right way to do it. But I would justify it. I think it's having the confidence to justify and explain, you know, I know you think this is right, but there is a better way, and this is how I would suggest you do it.
And if there's too much of a disconnect, it's like maybe we're not the right.
Walk away.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I should be taking notes here.
Yeah. Well, no,
I'll watch it back.
Yeah, but you're like quite early on in your business, and you're doing really well with it.
Year.
Like, so you're still early on, but like doing this podcast, I imagine's like really good for you, because you're probably going to be taking something away from. Well, we all are. Like, you know what I mean. Just because you're early on, it doesn't really matter. Really, everyone, you can always learn, and you should always be learning. But like, you know, early on, you need to be like a sponge, don't you? Do you know what I mean? But like you're good at what you do. Just confidence, trust your gut. It's basic.
And again,
skills.
you could have set up your business 2 years ago. But if I don't care how old you're, obviously I need to be able to trust that you're not going to shark me and close the business and take my money. Blah. So there needs to be an element of transparency, and I think trust in the business as an entity.
Yeah.
But what I do think is that if you're like, and too many people are apologizing for how new their business is. Like, I set this business up 2 years ago, but I've been a beautician for 20 years. I've been a estate agent for 22 years. I've been a graphic designer for 22 years. I've been a videographer and marketing guy for 14 years. That's more important.
Yeah.
And I think as a new business, you're fighting for credibility. I find that, like, why do you go and use Fox and Sons to sell your house? The office staff change every 5 minutes, and the reviews are crap.
Yeah.
But they've been on the high street for 70 years.
Yeah.
So you can sort of know that you're dealing with a business that might be crap.
Yeah.
But it's got the credibility that it's going to stay there, and it just is what it is.
Yeah, it's not going to go bust.
I don't think anybody wants to deal with that business necessarily. I think that they would only deal with that if they don't feel like there's a better they don't feel like there's a trustworthy, reputable local operation that they can support.
Yeah.
And so that's why if you don't get yourself into the community as a local business, you don't do promotions so people can see who you are.
Yeah.
But also you don't. Again, I can't say enough. You're, as a small business in your first 5 years, you're fighting for credibility. Yeah. You're fighting for people to trust you. Yeah. You know you're good.
Yeah.
So if you don't tell anybody you're good, how on earth do you expect anybody to think you're good?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I've been accused of being, surprisingly, that he's a bit arrogant. This is other estate agents. Oh yeah, he's a bit cocky sometimes. But it's like, but if I don't tell everybody that I can do the job, because I know I'm going to back it up, or I know I'm going to give it my best effort to back it up.
Yeah.
I just need to get myself in front of enough customers to make me believe.
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden you back yourself. You're sat there going 11 people reviewing you on one post because they're like, he's shit hot.
Yeah.
Nice guy, local, and he's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
Well, those are the three things that you would make a decision on whether you want to use a local business.
Yeah, 100%, definitely. Do you know one of the things that really frustrates me as well? I do a lot of networking. Like, I don't do a lot actually. I used to do a hell of a lot. Doing less now. But when you go to like a networking event and you hear people stand up and they say, "Oh, you know what I do? It's not that exciting." As soon as people say that, I go, "Oh, are you fucking telling me?" And I just think if you're not excited about what you do.
Yeah, do something else.
Yeah. Because there's brilliance in every business. There really, and I really believe that, and I think it's part of the brand sort of design in me. If you can find that brilliance, it will give you the confidence. You've just got to work it out. Why do you do what you do?
Yeah.
Have you read Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why?
I have. I've not read.
Oh, it's brilliant.
The whole thing, but...
You read it.
You've not started it, have you?
Well, there's
which one's that again?
It's brilliant. It'll when I read it, it changed the way I think about branding, and I've completely changed my process since reading it. And we went through it when we did your stuff, but he's all about the what, the how, and the why. And there's this circle that you, most companies start with the what, then they tell you how, but they can't tell you why they do it. And the brands that do best out there know why they do it. So they start there, then they tell you how they do it. And then at the end they go, and this is what we do.
Yeah, I've seen that with Apple.
Yeah.
Apple did that, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, it's Simon Sinek.
I have seen something to do with that.
Read the book though. It's really for marketing and branding. It's really clever. Okay. And I've switched now, so I've got this brand wheel where it's what I talk about, the why you do something and how you do it, and all of that relates directly to the value you give to customers, and you provide the value you provide, how unique you are, and the mission that really drives you, why do you choose to do this, and it all relates back to brand. It's so clever, but it's on Amazon as well for a tenner. It's golden, really clever.
I think that sort of stuff helps you stick to your principles as well. I feel so, as I said, so strongly about that. There's so many talented people out there who've got really cool ideas. And don't know how to commercialize them on a scale, of a scale. And I'm not talking Microsoft. I'm talking to a point where they could run a healthy, successful business for the rest of their life. But again, I think if you lose sight of that sort of stuff, then when you go through crappy times, you go through hard times, you forget your purpose, your whys, your hows, your whats. You end up folding. You end up questioning everything.
Taking on stuff that you don't want to be doing,
and actually sometimes it's those trickier times, or it's those where you can stick to your principles, reset. And I understand that there is finances involved, and sometimes to keep the boat afloat, you've got to do certain things. But I think if you're in a position where you don't need to take on clients to stay afloat, I think if you back yourself and you back your principles, and use the times where you're a bit quieter to recalibrate, repurpose, work on your business, and then relaunch some new ideas. That's a positive. But people don't. They question themselves. They start yes manning. They start and it's no. Then you're watering down your service.
Yeah,
you're then being told what to do, and it's you don't go to the doctors and tell the doctor what's wrong with you, do you?
Yeah.
The doctor goes to you like, Gareth, you've broken your elbow, and this is what you've got to do.
Oh, I thought me thought it.
Yeah. He's like looking at an X-ray of you with your broken foot, and he's like, yeah, no, off you go, mate, you're fine. Because he don't want to deliver you the tough information.
Yeah.
No, like why are we any? I know, I get it. We're not doctors, and it's not medical stuff, but like, and there's a bit more subjectivity, I suppose, in what we do, because it's like this is my opinion that this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But like, I am the one that does it every day. So if you're not gonna, if you're gonna try and be the marketeer, the brander, the videographer, well then go do it by yourself, and then you'll have a heart attack.
Yeah.
And you'll fold because your branding's crap.
Do you want to know my new thing for next year that I'm looking to launch? And I've done a soft launch. Well, wouldn't call it a launch, but I've made the webpage live now. What I'd like to do, and this is probably me looking ahead to when I'm a bit older and I'm not
consulting or something. See, this like so you'll help other designers.
Yeah. Mentoring other designers. I saw that too as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I really, really want to give back to the industry that I've been in for 20 years, and I see so many talented designers out there that are like so good, and they set up and they get going as a freelancer, or they set up a small studio and they really want to do it for themselves, but they've got all the creativity in the world, but they've got no freaking clue about where to go with the business side of things. And it's like left side and right side of brain and all of that. And I think this is what I've learned. I quite enjoy the business side of my work. I quite enjoy it, quite like it. I've got qualifications for that I took while I was running my business with Aston Business School, about small business growth, that lessons I learned during that course stood me in good stead. And also just real world experience, surviving Brexit, surviving COVID, relocating 150 miles from the Midlands down to here. Like, I've got a lot in my locker that I'd love to share. So as I get older, there's going to come a day where I'm like, I don't want to learn more software updates. There's going to come a day when that happens. I love what I do now, but longer term, I think I need to start putting wheels in motion now to help like make that transition easier. So what I'm looking to do is like take on like cohorts of designers who want to be mentored, really, and just sort of help guide them. So I'm actually going to do a beta test program next year from January, February time for 3 months. I want to take on 3 designers completely free of charge for 3 months to sort of find my feet, see where my gaps are. So I'm good at that, but I'm not so good at that. I need to read up more there, and sort of lay the foundations for what I want mentoring to look like with me. So so that's something for me next year.
Yeah, that is very cool. That will be, and that's a good way to go, I think, mentoring other designers. I think that that is,
Tony Robbins
sounds good. Yeah,
pay £5,000. He's in 2 years' time. He's going to be at like the Marriott in London or something. Park be 20 grand to turn up for a night with Gareth Robertson.
They won't let me in there. I'm banned.
But like 2 questions on the back of that, and slightly leading, and I don't know what your answer is going to be. Would you say you get more satisfaction out of you thinking your brand design is good, or your client being buzzing about the brand design that you've just done?
Client,
100%. And the second thing is so, and I think that's where that's brings it back to Tracy and Jeremy again. Forget what you know you're talented at what you do, right? Yeah. And you can't do what you do unless I know how to sell a house, how to create a video. I don't need to justify that to myself. Yeah. I love it when people, they thank you at the end. You get the, I'm buzzing with that. I know that's what you want to achieve. But also so on that basis, where do you, this is a mental thing. So it's client, rather than client, it's staff, or not staff, but it's someone who's in your profession. Yeah. But if you're sat there at home now, as a aspiring graphic designer, is there a place where you can go to just be like, graphicdesignermentors.com? If you're sat there wanting to start a business in Salisbury, let's even minimize it as much to our local community. Yeah. If you're sat there at home now with a really cool idea, where do you go?
Where do you
Who do you ask advice from?
Gareth.
Well, no, in general, and so this is why my ultimate dream for the next 5 years is to do like a Salisbury Dragon's Den.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we are. It's going to be.
So I've said that so many times. I would love to do that because I think there's some really cool ideas, you know. And I'm not saying it's but I'd love to invest some money into like some really aspiring entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. I'm talking just young people. How cool would it be that if you created something in Salisbury where, and again, I'm saying it should be a national thing and probably should be more government based, and I'm sure there is some things, but it's all a bit scary, isn't it? Yeah, where do you
this
go?
will just be a cool thing for our community.
Yeah,
it's like Salisbury community.
Like
Adam gives money away.
Well, no, it's just
to homeless people.
I would, yeah. Just walk around the streets. I just feel as though it's really hard if you've got because again, you're right. So many people will have a cool idea.
Yeah.
So many people, and it might be a case of you have this. I don't know how a real life Dragon's Den looks like, but you have this idea where you invite people in to propose ideas and things, and there's investment from people that have got the financial capabilities, the mental capabilities, and then ideally you make your money back in a certain. I won't want to get money out of it. Not much anyway. But you know what I mean?
That's the biggest lie you've ever told.
But
and money in my sleep. That's what you told me.
Because I do, but not through those. But I'd love. How cool would it be to just see a really cool idea?
Yeah.
Have like I've sold houses for the Smith family. Phil Smith, Ellie Smith at Smith England. They do really well. Like what a great person. He's got his own hair products in Tesco and Waitrose.
Yeah.
Like, and I've achieved nowhere near anything like that.
Yeah,
there's some really successful people in Salisbury.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to sign something to say you're definitely going to give it to them, though, because
no,
you wouldn't say that you'd invest in somebody and then not invest with them, would you?
Yeah, only you.
They'd have to deliver, though, wouldn't they?
That's just because you were being a faff. But do you know, because again, I understand that getting a business started is the hardest thing, and so I just think that if there was a program of mentorship. Yeah. And again, it doesn't have to be financial, as you say, but like I just love that concept, and I know because I know even if I was sat here now going, right, I've got a really cool idea. Who could I speak to try and bring it to life? Who could is it viable? Is it because we all sit there and go, I'm going to create like a. I always thought of like a little machine that would sit in the corner of a barber's and you'd be able to walk into it and choose a haircut and it would like 3D your face. Like, so I could be like...
We've done that. We've spoken about that.
No, I know. It's a thing. But like, so you're going to come up with some ideas where you're like, I just don't have the but, and no one locally probably does either. But like on a smaller scale, like I want to start up a recruitment business. Okay, cool. Well, there's competitors. Have you assessed your competitors? What are they? And actually, because wet around the ears, people start a business and they haven't done a proper business. Risk assessment, blah blah blah, and it fails because it was all just a bit willy nilly.
Yeah.
So no, I think that's really cool, and it very much invokes a passion that I would love to. I would love to help. Yeah, financially is a thing because that is going to stop people, but also just there's probably really talented designers that just need a bit of guiding and not far off. And actually then they can go from working in a chocolate factory graphic design firm, hating it, so I'm sure so many do, to actually building their own client base and being self-employed and and actually feeling like it's not stepping out into the abyss.
The creative space is full of very talented individuals, but a lot of people in the creative spaces are quite insular. I don't know if you found this, but just tend to be a bit more insular, and
I find that in sales too.
But you know what I mean? Like all you got to do is find that confidence, and a lot of the time, like the answers are all there for you. You just need to dig a bit deeper, and just a little nudge in the right direction, I think, go a long way. Something I'm passionate about doing, and it'll be nice to be able to do like small cohorts alongside my commercial work. So something I'm quite proud of. I interviewed Nick Jenkins in February for the Chamber of Commerce, who is the guy who founded Moonpig.
He was on Dragon Den, wasn't he?
Yeah, for 2 years.
I saw you.
Did you see me doing that?
Yeah.
It was wicked, actually, because we were like, oh, we've got Nick Jenkins, he's going to do an evening with. So the evening with events was my idea, because I was a director on the Chamber of Commerce. And I said to one of the ladies, Karen Clarkson, who works at one of the law firms in town, who's a good friend of mine and a client, and I said, oh, why don't we do this? And she was like, yeah, do it, put it forward. So we got our heads together and put this idea forward, and the board liked it, and then somebody managed to get Nick Jenkins. We've got him for an evening, and he's not gonna charge us.
We've blown the whole budget.
Yeah. No,
sausage rolls, no champagne, just Nick Jenkins.
They were like, Nick Jenkins, he's going to give us his time for free. So we've got to pay for the venue, which is the Playhouse and all this. So there was costs involved, but like he came free, and we hurriedly put it together, and we're in a board meeting, and somebody said, who's going to interview him? And everyone looked at each other and went, and I went, I'll do it. I was like, I'll do it. All right, okay. I was like, I thought it would be a bit more pushback than that, to be honest. Like,
he always be like, well, I tried.
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
But when it came around to doing it, it was brilliant. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it was brilliant speaking to him, like one-to-one like this. And there was 50 people in the room. You couldn't see any of them anyway. So, I mean, I don't get nervous about this sort of stuff anyway. I used to, but I don't anymore.
You will when you're waiting for the edit of this to come out.
Yeah. That's a bit different though. But he was great. And like if there was something like a Dragon's Den Salisbury sort of concept, I reckon he would be all over it.
Have you got his number?
I've got his email.
Well, that would do.
But I just,
Let's get him in for the podcast. I talk about that.
I'm also, I won't say anything because it's very early stage, but I've also got something really cool planned for Salisbury businesses next year. I'll talk to you about it because you're loosely going to be part of it.
Loosely?
No, as in. I'll explain it better, but it's in early stages, and I'm still.
Anything I say, he's like, "Oh God, just shut up and do it, for Christ's sake." I'll pay you money, don't I? Sometimes.
Should I show my bank account to you this year? Podcast included. But I think that's really cool, and I just think we're in such a world where I think people want to support other people. People want to help other people. I would love, and that's why I'd ask you that leading question about like, are you more happy when I get happy about my work than you? Yeah. But it's just ultimately when you help people and when you put your product or your support or your help in people, it's like I think it's the best thing you can do as a human.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I think we're, as I said, you as a business owner, you've got to be very good at self-promotion. And too many people that aren't good enough at self-promotion. Yeah. You know, I'm the best graphic designer in Salisbury. I am,
No, you're not.
No, I'm no.
He is.
I'm but we've got similar beards. We've got a similar,
I just say the quality of beard on show tonight is
absolutely
on point, isn't it?
Aforementioned razor.
I just wish I had a bit more up here. It's like my head's on upside down.
We're sort of like hair length.
So just to make sure that not all of the electrics go at once and all the cameras start switching off and turning off and stuff, because
I need to go. I need to
catch
be
up
back for 8 o'clock. We've got to watch it on Hungry.
We'll wrap it up in 5 minutes.
It's 7:30 already.
Yeah.
We've been going for a long time.
It's been great though, isn't it?
It's good, yeah. And also I've had a message from Kat that says, the delivery man with my George stuff told me the garage had smoke coming out of it.
So he texted me like,
and then my son called me as well, so I don't know what was going on.
That's a concern.
He's left his phone charger on the garage and it's exploded.
No, I think it's our neighbour. He's got some sort of smoke machine. I don't know. He's like 90 or something, and I don't know what he does in there, but
bodies. I'm rewatching Line of Duty.
It's like proper like smoke.
It's great
though.
Yeah. Say again?
There's proper smoke coming out from underneath his garage.
It's coming out from the freezer.
Yeah,
it's just got 4 bodies in it.
Oh wow! I didn't think about that. But yeah, not to not like. Our cameras will start switching off soon, so I'm just thinking, I'm going to rein it in a little.
Okay.
We're going to give you a bit of advice.
Yeah.
From the last guest, and Mr. Andy Munns.
Yeah.
And his advice to you, what was it?
Oh my god!
No, I'm just kidding. is to take more risks. That's right. Yeah.
Yep. I like that.
Take more risks.
Take more risks.
So, do you take risks?
I think you have to.
Yeah.
It depends. There's a scale with risk, though, isn't there?
It sounds like you've taken risks.
I've taken.
You said something just a minute ago where my immediate question was going to be something about too many people don't get themselves out of their comfort zone enough.
Yeah.
And that ties into the risk thing. It's like everyone's held back by their own fear of being out of their comfort zone. And I think I feel like my greatest blessing is I get uncomfortable. I hate being in a comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, and it's why like, you know, everyone around me is like, oh, you never seem like it's always the next thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need to.
Yeah.
Like, but I do, but it's not for the reasons you think.
Yeah.
It's for this idea that actually, like, you know I can do selling houses. I love it. It's my main business, but if that's the only thing I'm doing, I'm not satisfied. I would stop it because it's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like take that risk of doing something that you haven't done before.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it might be. So I think that comfort zone factor tying into risks. I think, you know, it's not silly.
Yeah.
But actually, you know, because there's something we.
Whoa. I'll pause you there.
Well, no, hang on.
You're not silly.
No.
What about
we're not silly? What did I say?
What about the fact that you bet me on darts?
Well, I haven't lost it.
For £100. If I lose, I only have to give you 50. But if you lose, you have to give me 100.
Yeah, but that's just
you love risk. You are silly.
No, I do, but I know everyone's not going to have the same risk appetite, and I wouldn't say have the risk appetite I have because sometimes it is a bit silly. It's a bit crazy. And but I don't have kids. I've got, you know, I feel as though my elements of, and I do lots of sensible things as well to make sure that the risk is justified in areas.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, how many people do you know that would be sat there going, oh, I think I could do that. I think I could do that, and don't.
Yeah. Well, you did it. I did it. There's always a risk, but there's a scale. But yeah, that's really good advice, that. Really good advice.
Yeah, take more risks.
Go on, Andy.
So
what would yours be?
Advice for the next guest.
Business or otherwise?
Business advice. Have good conversations with your clients.
Yeah.
I like that.
Really understand your clients.
Yeah. There's not going to be one profession where speaking to your clients more often would be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll pick one business.
Talk to them about anything.
Undertaker.
Talk to them about anything.
Bit tricky, isn't it? But
talk to the. I think good conversations don't have to be about the work you're doing for them. Ask them what the kids are doing at the weekend. Ask them what.
Get to know them. I think that's the part that I'm very good at. So I am basically friends with all of my clients.
Yeah.
So that's how I like to work.
But you don't. I don't.
But not in an obvious way. So I'm not like, oh, be my best friend, Adam.
But she's got a light heart.
It just happened.
Why
we just got together and
what do you?
A spark happened.
What do you? Yeah. And then we started doing a podcast together. but what do you think resonates more with me in terms of what I would say about you moving forward? The demeanour and the way we went about it, or the products that you you gave me at the end?
I think it's all about the process.
100%. I it's a great logo. It's a great branding. It's a great sheet. You know, that's not why. That's not what. If someone says, "Why is Gareth great?" The first thing I want to say, depending on who I'm talking to, I might actually say something professional to start off with. Like, I'm not going to turn around and be. I wouldn't say, "Oh yeah, like he did this cool little edge on my logo. He didn't do this on my." The first thing I'm going to go, "Oh, great guy, easy to talk to." You know, like it's all going to be a personal referral.
Yeah.
Even though I met you in a business capacity.
Yeah.
If you make people feel personally.
Yeah.
Because ultimately we're all humans before whatever we do for our job.
Yeah.
So the fact that everything you did, like you know, informed me. You know, constantly chilled. Never. You know, it was this person element.
Yeah. But the process is
important.
Right,
we get it. Gareth's great.
No, but annoyingly, it was the same with you. Like when we did that video, like I was thinking, shit, like I don't know where to start. Like, and you know, I'm messing up, and you're cracking up and pulling the, you know, like, and I'm thinking, I couldn't stand there in front of somebody who I didn't have that personal connection with and spend a whole day recording video.
Yeah, I don't know. It does also. It's quite bad sometimes when we try and record a video, but neither of us can keep a straight face.
You stop laughing,
and we end up like crying.
Well, I talk on most of my valuations. If I'm there for an hour, it's 45 minutes about the people and 15 minutes about the house. Yeah, but I'm there apparently to sell the house. Yeah, I'm not.
It's important. It's important. You got to find your tribe, and
talk
to people, get to know them, good conversations, and
I like that. That's really good. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the networking events around Salisbury? Are you a fan?
Getting better.
Yeah.
He's part of the established one, so that's probably
Yeah. No, I get that.
So,
Yeah.
question.
I mean,
I do. So I was involved with the chamber. I'm not anymore. I just haven't got the time for it. Like it's all voluntary.
yeah, it's a lot of time. I can imagine.
And I just
slag it off now.
no. Do you know what? There's some really good people there. I think that some of the problems I saw with the chamber is I think the board's too big. There's too many voices, and it slows things down. And there's some great people there, and they are making great points. But sometimes you just need to get shit done. And I think it's got so much potential. I'm still involved as a member, but I don't do as much with them. But the events are a bit more spaced out. I'm involved with one. I was at one this morning called Ambassadors, and we had 40 people in a room. Good conversations again. You never know where it's going to go to. We've had 3 member applications to the group already, so that's growing. There's a guy called Aaron Whiffin. Do you know Aaron?
Yeah, Funky Pigeon. No, not Funky Pigeon. What's
Web
it called?
Feet.
Web Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sort of head honcho there now, and I'm sort of supporting him. And that's got a lot of potential. The ones that are consistent, so that's a fortnightly meeting, so it's every other Friday basically, and it's just right that because you get to go out for a breakfast every fortnight, just break the monotony of your mornings up, and it's nice to go and speak to other people in a similar environment to this. You just got running their own businesses, and you get a bit of work from it. You might not, you might get a lot, who knows? But it's very cost effective, like 25 quid a month or something. Do you know what I mean? And so there's it's only a small amount of money, but it makes you go. You think, I don't want to waste that money, and you go and you have good conversations, and it's all about maximizing the time you have there. So when people say, it's not a very good event, it's like, yeah, but are you using it as well as you could be? Are you going with an open mind and actually having those conversations, asking questions? Because sometimes people slag events off, but they go there and sit in the corner and don't talk to anyone. Well, of course you give a shit. It's what you make of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Well, I think we'll probably call it
because
there.
Emily going to be fuming that it's 15 minutes till the traitors.
Well, there might be actual smoke coming out of my garage.
It might not be a garage left.
Yeah. Hopefully my car's at Brown Street, so we'll. I'm not sure I locked it. That's the.
Well, they wouldn't be able to work out how to get the stupid handle anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you seen his car? The handles on his car.
Oh, did they go into the door?
Yeah. I was there the other day. Just praying.
He was like
come on,
pressing
how do
it.
you get out?
It's like, Dan, only I can do that. It's like a kidnapper's nightmare, a kidnapper's dream. That you're going nowhere. But yeah, no, thanks for coming on, mate. And
thank you very much.
That.
Thanks for having us on, boys.
We'll plug all your stuff and everything.
And then hopefully I will make a donation to the homeless.
I feel like you should,
because we have joked about that a little bit, and obviously it's a very serious issue, and and as I said, we're lighthearted on this podcast, so.
And also I make quite a lot of family jokes, so really I love my family.
Loads,
so much.
Hopefully they're all still alive back home. So we better get
yeah.